Good evening, my dear YouTube viewers. Today also we will continue the epistemology. Start. The Descartes were the first real modern thinkers. They showed the philosophical framework of natural sciences. Some of the scholars, out of ill resistance, they deceived the Descartes from knowing the true nature of reality. Particularly, he shown the much interest on the discovery of analytical geometry, and also it deals with the lines, space, algebra and numbers. If you want to understand the problem, each system should have the cooperation and coordination with one another. His theories are more helpful and act as a base for the advanced mathematics. Example, Newton and Leibniz used this maths. And the Descartes methodology is pure reason to say the separation of body and mind in social sciences. The Kant say tried his level best to remove the dualism, but he cannot fully escape. And it also deals with quest in the ways of obtaining philosophy and scientific knowledge. And then initially the Descartes derived with a single principle, that is, I am deceived. By that means one can say I am existed. Another one is the Descartes explained the limitations of the senses. Example, a wax-based article, WAX, wax-based article. After seeing the article, first we will observe the size, color, shape, design, pattern, if possible smell also. If it exposed to the fire or the light or the heat, all features will be disappear. By that means, if you want to know, one should know the nature of the wax. So, the Descartes concluded, what I thought, I came to know with my naked eyes. And slowly I am grasping with my mind. So, by this it is observed, looks like the deductive process and perception. And he also said, ultimately, the certainty is derived from the God, which is a contradictory statement for the metaphysical facts. And finally said, body and experiences are the real source of the knowledge. Once again, we will rebrush the subject matter. The Descartes' first modern thinkers showed philosophical framework of natural sciences. Some of the scientists or the scholars, out of ill resistance, they deceived the Descartes from knowing the true nature of the reality. This Descartes has given much importance for discovery of analytical geometry, and it also deals with lines, space, algebra and numbers. If you want to understand the problem, all systems should have the coordination and cooperation with one another. His theories are more helpful for the mathematics. Particularly, it acts as a advanced mathematics. Example for whom? Newton and Leibniz. The Descartes methodology for pure reason, we can say The body and mind are separated in social sciences. The Kant tried his level best to remove the dualism, but he failed. But he cannot fully escape. Finally, it deals with the quest, the ways of obtaining philosophical and scientific knowledge. This Descartes, finally they came or arrived with single principle and simple principle. That is, example, I am deceived. One can say easily. By this one can say, I am existed. And another one, Descartes explained the limitations of the senses. Example, the wax article, wax, wax material, minum, wax article. When you observe the wax article, we will see the color, size, pattern, design, if possible, smell too. If it is exposed to the sun or light or the heat, all external features will be disappeared. Only the basic nature will be remained. By that, it is observed. It is looks like the deductive process and perception. And also they said, ultimately, the certainty is emanated from, that is, came from God, which is a quite contrast statement for the metaphysical facts. And finally, they said, the body and experiences are the real source of knowledge. By this, today's lecture is completed. This is Bindu taking leave from the YouTube platform. Maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow I may take, I may not take because of my health problems. Okay. Good night.